Hello everyone, welcome to our news channel. Aji ami 30th August ekita topic koribole goi aso. India lodges protest over China map, mission Prakriti, the election commission autonomy in the crosshair. So coming to the first news from the Assam Tribune newspaper, India lodges protest over China map. So China is claiming some of the Indian area within its map. So the standard map junto release hoisile 2023 edition to release hoisile tate claim korise ki Arunachal or Akshay Chin was included in the map. So China in its standard map claim Arunachal and Akshay Chin as region within its border. External Affairs Ministry spokesperson says such claims have no basis and it will only complicate the resolution of boundary question. So Beijing released the 2023 edition of the so-called standard map of China that continued to show Arunachal Pradesh and Akshay Chin as regions belonging to China. The map also shows the entire China Sea as part of China. So the map is compiled based on the drawing method of the national boundaries of China and various countries. The map displayed by the Global Times showed Arunachal Pradesh, which China claims as South Tibet, and Akshay Chin occupied by it in the 1962 war. So it also claims Taiwan as part of its mainland. The next news is Mission Prakriti launched in state by WWF SSA. So Mission Prakriti at a notun mission launch hoise, which will actually train school students regarding conservation of environment. Let us see more to it. WWF, that is Worldwide Fund for Nature India, and SSA, Samagra Shiksha Assam, launched Mission Prakriti. So what is it? It is a student-led environment education program that initiates a children-led green movement in schools as well as communities. So you can write, if any question comes on environment protection, so you can write that this is one of the mission which is initiated by the government of Assam. So students under this initiative will get statewide recognition through the Chief Minister's Awards for Green Schools and Students. It will work under 5 main portals. Kiki 5 main portals under kam koribo, biodiversity upot koribo, water upot koribo, waste, food and energy. So how will they be guided? Students pro keneke motivate koribo for environment friendly. Students will be guided by Mission Prakriti handbook on how to form green cabinet. Green cabinets will be formed. So it will be formed of students who will spearhead the activities and project under the guidance of their teachers. So it has been projected that nature is the key and education in this, and education is the means to achieve it. So Mission Prakriti will together nurture, so it is nurture and give education and will build the cadre of green leaders who can walk the path to sustainable future. So Mission Prakriti is one of the ways in which environment protection and sustainable future can be attained. So the election commission autonomy in the crosshair. This is from the editorial of the Hindu newspaper. So there has been a, based on the recent judgment, so there has been a difference between the Election Commission of India and between the government and the judiciary. So of late, the Election Commission of India has been a focal point of difference between the government and the judiciary, and this time the clashes over the appointment. So the Supreme Court of India in a judgment of March 2 directed that the Chief Election Commissioner and the Electioner Commissioners will be appointed by the President of India based on the advice of a committee made up of the Prime Minister, which was not so in the initially the head was always elected by the President of India. So leader of the opposition in the Lok Sabha, or the leader of the single largest opposition, and the Chief Justice of India, they will be present in the election of the President. So let us know more about Election Commission. The Election Commission of India is an autonomous constitutional authority responsible for administering union and state election process in India. So it was established in accordance with the Constitution on 25th January 1950, which is celebrated as National Voters' Day. Fact-based information for PT. The Secretariat of the Commission is in New Delhi. So the body administers election to the Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, state legislative assemblies in India, and the offices of the President and Vice President in the country. It is not concerned with the elections to panchayats and municipalities in the state. For this, the Constitution of India provides for a separate state election commission. So there is at a whole election commission of India, at a state election commission. So state election commission elections undertake kore. So this also is a very fact-based important information for your PT. Next, let us see the appointments. The President appoints CEC and election commissioners. They have a fixed tenure of 6 years up to the age of 65 years. They enjoy the same status and receive salary and perks as available to judge of the Supreme Court of India. So now the debate is, what is this the bill is saying? The bill seeks to replace the Chief Justice of India from the high-powered selection committee, meaning the committee will be made up of the Prime Minister as a chairperson, Leader of the Opposition in the Lok Sabha as a member, and Union Cabinet Minister to be nominated by the Prime Minister, who will be serving as a member. So the significance of this new bill would be broadening the selection process. So the judgment introduces a selection committee comprising the Prime Minister, the Leader of the Opposition in the Lok Sabha, or the leader of the largest opposition party and the Chief Justice of India. So this broadens the decision-making process beyond the central government. So it will enhance constitutional status. The judgment elevates the constitutional status of the election commission by involving key figures such as CJI in the selection committee. Next, dilution of government control. The involvement of the CJI and opposition leaders reduces the potential for appointments to be influenced solely by the ruling party. Transparency and representation. The judgment promotes transparency and accountability by including multi-stakeholders in the selection process. Mitigating bias and partisanship. The inclusion of the CJI adds a judicial perspective to appointment, preventing potential biases on affiliations towards any political party. Then safeguarding democratic processes by reinforcing the principles of fairness, inclusivity and autonomy in the appointment process. The judgment ensures that the election commission continues to uphold the integrity of the democratic election. So it will be more of a democratic process of electing the chief commissioner. So some of the historical debates and recommendations related to the process of CE and EC, you can write it in your answers. Constituent Assembly Debate 1949, VM Tarkunde Committee 1975, Dinesh Goswami Committee 1990s, Second Administrative Reform Commission 2009, Arun Jaitley Statement 2006 and LK Advani's Proposal 2012. That's all for today. See you all tomorrow.